What I would like to design also is some sliding windows. So I will add a new component. I will go in my materials and change my profile system because I need a sliding system like this. And after that, go to the design page and hit this sliding wing button. I'm getting a warning right now because the glass that I have on this project does not fit properly in the sliding window, but I will ignore it so far. Now, RAWShop is able to compute all type of sliding, 3 wings, 4 wings, as many wings as you want. So in order to add more wings, you have to select the sash and you have two properties here, number of wings and number of tracks. The number of tracks is computed automatically based on the frame. You can change it because you can always add a profile and add a new track to the main track. And you have to type in the number of wings. So I am putting here 3 sashes. As you can see, right now I have 3 wings. I can select the sash again and put 4 wings like this. If I want one of them to be fixed, I can select it and put it like this. Status, no, wing type fixed sliding. Okay, now I have a custom sliding window. RAWShop also makes some checks when you design windows and doors, and checks if the shape of the profile allows you to get some angle, some type of join, if the glass fits inside the sash. Right now, for example, I have some warning telling me that the glass will not fit inside the sash. This sash is for single glass only, so in order to get rid of this warning, I will have to change my glass to something like this. And as you can see, my warnings are gone. Let's see what we have so far. Again, we have a project with this window. What is interesting about RAWShop is that the windows are already computed. So if I go to this window, for example, in the consumption tab, I can see the materials. This is the bill of materials with different information that I want to use. I can customize the columns from a list with different information that I have. I can view it in this information can be viewed in different ways. For example, I can see the cutting dimension, of course, if you have the right edition. I can see the 2D cuttings, which means glass size. But the best part of this is that information here is editable. So if a customer is ready to pay for a better hinge or a better handle, you can remove the elements that are already computed from the standard fitting recipe, and you can replace it with elements from your database. So I can go here to my database, find my element and say, okay, I want this element to be added in the material consumption, and I will need 2 pieces. And this element will be inserted in a red color. I can make changes to an element, and also let's take this one for example and say, okay, this price is not okay for me and I want to put it €1. And of course I can go and delete some profiles or fittings if it's necessary. Now let's run the first and the most important report, if you ask me, the client offer. This is how the report will look like. I will make you a presentation first, and after that I will describe it. The report has contact information, your company logo, the title of the report, of course you can change this, information of the customer if you complete it on the project. After that you can optionally you can put a text, we call it main text. it is placed between the title and the first of first window, and at the end you can place a end text, something like payment methods, how much this offer is going to be available, things like that. Each window is presented with drawing and quotations, information about materials, and information about the values computed, like price of the joinery, price of the insect screen if it's available for shutters, unit price, quantity, and total value. At the end, you have some statistics and the total amount. The report has a list of display options, and you can select what you are interested in seeing in this report. So you can customize your report with these options. For companies that work with dealers, there is also a report called dealer offer. It looks similar to the client offer, but the prices are computed differently. From our point of view, a dealer is a company that buys the windows and doors already made from the factory and takes care only of the installation. So right now, the dealer can see how much he has to pay to the factory by using the dealer offers. Basically, the price here is the cost of the dealer without his margins. Now, let's get to the inside the production reports. We have window panel. This report shows all the windows with drawings and without prices, because it's a production project. Prices are not showed, but you see all the materials that are used. This report will show your team in the factory what they have to manufacture for a certain customer. Sometimes when you get projects that are discussed in different ways, and you do not want your customer to see the price for each window, you can use this report as an offer also, because the price of the windows is not shown. Next report is bill of material. This is also very important because it will contain all the materials computed by the software. If a profile or an accessory or some fitting is not in this report, it means that the software didn't compute it, and you have to see why. If a window is too expensive, or on the contrary too cheap, the bill of materials is the proper place to investigate if all the materials are computed correctly and if all the materials have the right prices. The bill of material report contains the code, name, quantity with or without loss, price, and values. You can use this report also in your accounting system to subtract from your stock the current materials because are used in the current project. This project contains information about all the materials that are computed by RAW Workshop, including glass, insect screen, everything that is defined in the database, and it is used in the current project. Next report is cutting quotations. This report shows you the dimension that you need for each segment in order to manufacture this project. You have the code, the name, quantity, number of pieces, dimension you have to cut, and the angles, right and left. All the profiles are here, and also at the end you will see the dimension of the glass. This is the exact dimension of glass that you have to order to your suppliers, and this is the dimension that you need to put inside the window. So basically you can place your glass order as soon as you start working on the joinery, and by the time you finish the joinery, your supplier maybe will return with your glass order. let's design, in order to show you the next report, I have to design some curved segment. So I will do a window like this. Okay, let's get back to the reports. Just to make things more interesting, I will make this window in PVC. So no, this is the default materials on the project. I'm interested in changing this component only. So I'm selecting the component and I go to the materials tab and put it on PVC opening system, and let's have something golden oak, for example. It looks like this. Okay, now let's get back to the report that I wanted to show you, which is arc details. In PVC, for example, in order to obtain a curved segment with this dimension, which is computed by the software, you need to cut a bigger segment. So this report arc details will tell you the length of the straight segment that you need in order to obtain a curved segment of a certain length. So this is useful for all type of materials, but most for aluminum and PVC. Execution plan is a combination of previous reports. You have the drawing with the quotations, you have the information about the materials without the price of the window, and after that you have all the information that you need in order to manufacture this window. You have the cuttings, code, description, dimension, angles, and position. B up means it's in the B area on the upper part. So you have the cuttings of the profiles, frame, sash, mullion, glazing bead. You have the fittings and accessories. As you can see, corner joints, gasket, brushes, hardware, and at the end you have the dimension of the glass and where the glass is going to be put.